leading Baboom into this circle of siege tanks, and you do see this Thor just chilling out. You know, not doing much. Oh my goodness, Bbbaboomprime just ate up SJ's army, but unfortunately for Bbbaboomprime, SJ does still have some siege tanks here, and so the fight is not all over. Oh, we do see some Broodlord cocoons. Cocoons, that's a fun word to say. We do need some eyes in the skies, my friends, so some Vikings are on the way to help with those medivacs. Medivacs need defense, guys. Don't think they can go weakened. Oh, Bbbaboomprime is gonna just clean up all these Marines. A couple Banelings going into the Marines. Nothing too big that we haven't seen before. We've all seen that death animation. And goodness, I can't believe Bbbaboomprime is just letting himself get taken out by SJ. All these siege tanks are moving up, and they are in place now, so they can barely be touched. They need some air to go down, but right now, when the Thor's here, air's not really going to work, and this Thor is just getting taken out, but it's getting put up into the medivac. No air is here except for those mutalisks, and the Thor and the medivac go down, both at extremely low health. If you ask me, they deserve to die. A couple lings just taking out a siege tank or two right here. That's the problem with siege tanks. They need some friends. They're very much support units. They really help. They're not a unit on their own like the Marines. They're more like an addition to your army, like a plus. Like, I wouldn't build mainly siege tanks because that wouldn't work out too well. You just get either bombarded by air, or if you're fighting a Zerg, just lings, because lings can just wreck. But when siege tanks are sieged, that's a whole different story that I'm not going to get into because it's a bit detailed and long. We do see this gold expo being rebuilt. Bbbaboomprime doesn't look like he's going to win this game, except he is kind of starving out SJ. SJ still has an expansion tank right there. He doesn't seem like he needs it. He could get a tad more production because that would help him really up his game. He kind of just got to this one point in the game and then stopped. Oh, right now we do see Bbbaboomprime breaking out the Corruptors and looking like he has the back line of Broodlords, but Broodlords are just like siege tanks. They cannot attack air, and they're very much support units. Can't do much with just Broodlords if the enemy has a bunch of stuff, but these little Broodlings are annoying, just coming down, eating up this planetary fortress. The Broodlords are just chilling, sending out the little Broodlings. Pretty chill. They come like every 2 seconds, so even just 6 of them can deliver a pretty massive swarm. They look crazy because they have like no eyeballs. If you look at them, they're just wings and a mouth. And then they crap out from their backs. They crap out a bunch of little broodlings that fly with them. Which would be weird. Imagine if humans crapped out babies from their backs. I think that's the most disturbed thought I've had all day. Humans coming out of the backs of other humans. That's just very odd. That's just extremely odd. We do see this hatchery go down. I was just kind of looking, but talking about baby vac humans. And just like baby vac ribs. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We see, this is why siege tanks, this is the downside to siege tanks. 2 broodlords easily defeat 3 siege tanks. 1 broodlord could defeat 1,000,000 siege tanks. Because they can't attack air. That's what kind of sucks. But I think technology-wise, they should be able to attack air, but not StarCraft-wise. They'd just be so OP if they could attack air. But technology-wise, I think if you can shoot like a giant cannon, that cannon can definitely hit someone in the air. But that's just my 2 cents. We do see a couple broodlords coming in, mixed with some corruptors, hitting up the ground, but we do see a couple of Vikings here. So Vikings are air superiority. They can outrange like everybody in the game. Come on, focus this Viking down. Yes, it's the Viking versus Corruptor, and it's looking like Corruptor's winning today. We do see an expo going down here, a hatchery, and this orbital command is just landing here so ever so casually. We do see Bbbaboomprime trying to hit up this planetary fortress, gonna cost the Terran a couple of minerals. SJ is kind of starved for minerals right now. This is out. I don't know. He's at no operating bases. This is, except for this little patch of 150 and 20. This is a major problem. He needs to manage his economy. Right now, the Zerg isn't doing too good for economy, but he does have that full gold expo, and he's getting a second one. He's running on one expo. At least he has some mineral intake. And right now, these lings are preventing SJ from landing his orbital command, even further prolonging his expo. Oh my goodness, SJ cannot build anything. This is crazy. He's in a state of lot of need, a ton of need. He does have this little group of Marines and a little group of siege tanks, but right now he's running on 250. He's running into, I assume, maybe 30 minutes into a game on 300 minerals. That is not going to last. I hope Bbbaboomprime sees this opportunity, and yes, he does. He is seizing the opportunity. He is getting down here and making those, oh my goodness, this is the most clever trick in the book. He's making those siege tanks destroy themselves. No, he's not putting suicidal thoughts into their heads. He is indeed making broodlords go to the bunker, and then the siege tanks will shoot, and they do splash damage to allies. And I think that's just hilarious. That's a good thing. We do see a couple queens right here. I don't know what the queens are doing, but oh my goodness, Bbbaboomprime just hitting up SJ's mineral line. SJ can't do anything about it. He is running on no expos. I don't know how he's getting any gold. Oh, never mind. He does have a small patch of 1,000 right here, but still 1,000 gold. That is not much to run a full economy line, whatever you feel like calling it these days. And this expo for Bbbaboomprime, Bbbaboom, is indeed fully up. And we do see another hatchery just gonna finish up right here. We do see it like pop out of its little cocoon carcass thing. And right now this is running very late game. I think I might have to split this up into part 2. If it is part 2, oh, hello, welcome to part 2. Make sure you check out part 1. If I do have to switch this up, part 2 in the description below. We do see Astray finally landing this orbital command. He is running on, he's walking on thin ice. I think that's what they say. We do see a couple lings just going around here, not doing much, chasing some SCVs, you know, just having a casual day at the park. Oh my goodness, these broodlords did get killed by a squad of Vikings. And remember, those Vikings can go ground mode, so you gotta watch out for those little buggers. Right now, they could have easily come right here, hatchery, oh my goodness, ground mode, and just pwn. And I think that's what they are going to do. They do spot creep. They're going to switch into ground mode. Watch them. Oh no, they're going to go overlord hunting. But right now, they are all going ground mode, and they're actually a pretty good unit when they're ground mode. A couple corruptors come, but sorry corruptors, those Vikings are ground mode. They are killing your hatchery, but you do have a couple lings in the base. Oh my goodness, just hitting up these tech labs. Now you can't make any more marauders, reapers, not like anything of that was happening. No more tech for factories. Can't get the 250mm cannon. One barracks goes down. Goodness, Bbbaboomprime just hitting up everything. A couple, like a big batch of lings is here. I was gonna say a couple lings, but that would be under exaggerating. I think like I forget the word for that. But anyways, these lings are just tearing up. We do see this expo forced to fly away. An extractor. We're hitting up the supply now. Oh my goodness, all the production for SJ. I thought SJ was my man, but apparently Bbbaboom is winning this. Bbbaboom, baby, just like the Marauders say. I think they're like spies or something, voting for him and turning on SJ. But supply depots after supply depot after supply depot are going down. When I see somebody kind of, nearing that hole of defeat, and when I know they're going to die, I like to talk about what they did wrong. What SJ did wrong. SJ didn't push when he had the chance to. He could have been a bit more aggressive when he was all up in here, but and now he's just letting his production getting eaten up. And he's very bad. He's extremely bad on the on the economy here. He's just terrible for economy. He was running on like 500 minerals for the whole day. or the whole game rather. He did not make enough bases, but I know that's not all his fault. Bbbaboomprime was taking up a lot of expos, but if SJ kind of went on early on, this is a problem that a lot of Terrans have. Just, man, they think they can run on one base, they think they're the power race, but then they realize, no, other races like Zerg and and Protoss rather, have it going on for them. They can actually do stuff. Terrans always underestimate the other races, and that is a problem. Well, not always, I shouldn't say. Most Terrans that I meet say that. A hatchery is going down here. Oh, by the way, if you are actually a caster yourself and you want to do a dual commentary with me, I am planning to do a couple of those in the future, so I would like to see some of you step out from the community. Oh my goodness, it's a giant Ling movement. I would like to see a couple of you guys from the community just step out, because I know there are a couple casters watching out there. I know. Don't think I don't know. I see you. And so that would be, even if you don't think you're good, it's fine. It's fine. We're all casters alike. It is fine. I'd like you to come cast with me, because it's always good to do a dual commentary and all that good stuff. And I should be doing some dual commentary with, I think, noob commentaries and daily StarCraft and a couple other people like that. I forget. I have it on my schedule. I'll post the schedule up in the channel on my info. I'll make sure to do that, and then you can tell what double casts are coming up. And we do see a couple roaches just chilling in here right now. SJ is just extending the game and making me hate my job even more. He's making me cast longer. I just hate it when games get dragged out. Not that I hate casting, but I just hate when games get dragged out. We do see the mineral line getting hit intensely by Bbbaboom, and finally, thank goodness, SJ GG'd. Bbbaboom did a very good thing. One thing that both players didn't do is they didn't diversify. I liked the Vikings from SJ and the tanks, the siege tanks, but really nothing else. Oh, sorry, I was yawning there. But really nothing else. And Bbbaboomprime really Ling Muta, just a harass style kind of gameplay. He cut out the Mutas later. It was just Ling Baneling. He just played Ling Baneling the whole game and threw in a couple roaches. I'd like to see some Hydras next game. If you're watching SJ, please throw in some Hydras. That would be very appreciated. And this is only game 1 out of 3, so it is 1-0 for Bbbaboom, my baby, the blue Zerg, and red Zerg. SJ has lost. So this has been your favorite fish, Goldfish, coming with an extremely long cast, which I'm probably going to divide into 2 parts when I edit it, saying goodbye, everybody. I hope you had a fun day listening to me. If you listen in the morning or evening, hope you had a great time then. Thank you.